Hi everybody, it's Marissa from the Duxbury Free Library with your virtual Crafternoon for this week. This week we are doing fireworks painting with toilet paper rolls. These things have made so many good crafts, I think, for this time that we've been doing virtual Crafternoons. And there's a zillion more out there, but I thought this one was super cool and perfect for the 4th of July, which is this week. I can't believe it snuck up on us, it feels like. So the supplies you'll need for this project are a big piece of paper. So this is a big piece of watercolor paper. You can use a smaller sheet also. I just got a big piece. So any heavy paper, so you could use construction paper, cardstock, watercolor paper if you have it. As you know, I have all the papers, so I have this handy. You also need a flat surface to work on. So I'm outside again, and this table is not, it's got slats in it. So I just have a piece of heavy cardboard under my paper to work on. You need some of these guys again, so I hope you've been saving them. And you'll need a pair of scissors. You'll need paint. I brought out my acrylic paint again, and since we're painting fireworks, I decided to use all sorts of bright colors. I didn't want to limit myself to just red and blue. I'm using white paper, so white wouldn't show up, but you could use, if you have like a silver paint, metallic paint, that would be cool. You could, if you had a black piece of paper or a dark colored piece of paper, you could use lighter colors like white or silver, but I'm just using basic bright colors here. And like I said, I use acrylic paint, but tempera paint will also work. And you'll need something to put your paint on. So I just made a little tray out of a piece of aluminum foil. I'm outside and it's a little windy, so I'm afraid my paint tray is gonna blow away. So hopefully we can we'll keep it off to the side here under this box. And you have two options with this. You can use a paintbrush to get the paint on your toilet paper rolls, or you could like brush out your paint on your little paint tray and dip it in there. I'm gonna brush it because it's easier for me when I have a brush. And then you can also get a smaller paintbrush to add a few details to your painting if you want to. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna get started. Here I have 2 toilet paper rolls with cardboard tubes that are so handy. Another one. I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this tube into a firework. So let's move these out of the way, put them to the side. And this is where I want my scissors. And what you're going to do is snip about an inch or so into your cardboard tube like that, and then cut one fairly close to it the same length. And then you keep going. So you're basically making cardboard fringe on the bottom of your cardboard tube here. Hope you can see. I'm outside, so the sun may cast a little weird shadow. If you're a littler kid, this cutting the cardboard might be a little tricky, so you want to have a nice sharp pair of scissors and a pair of grown-up hands to help. And they don't have to be perfect or super evenly spaced. So now you can see I've got this fringe. And what I want to do is I want to just fold all those little fringy bits back so it looks kind of like a firework, right? So this is what we're going to put the paint on, and then we're going to make our fireworks all over our paper. And it's going to look really cool. So I am going to cut up a couple more of these cardboard tubes so I have a few to work with, and I'll get back to you in just a minute. So I've cut up several of these, and I realize that the longer you cut the farther you cut into the tube, the longer your sparks, for lack of a better word, will be when you put it on your paper. But I wanted to also make some smaller fireworks, because you know when fireworks go off, they go, and there's usually sparks that are smaller in the middle. So I wanted to have a similar effect. So what I'm going to do with this tube is I'm going to cut a chunk out of it. This is totally optional, by the way, this part. This is the main thing you're looking for, but I like to complicate matters sometimes. So I'm going to actually take this one that I just cut and roll it into a narrower tube and use some Scotch tape. And just tape it into a smaller tube. And then I'm going to cut that. So now I have a little narrow tube, and I'm going to cut the same fringe pattern that I did for the other ones. And I'm going to do 2 of these. So now I have a little smaller firework for the middle. So now you can see I have my regular cardboard tube fireworks ready, and I just made 2 of these smaller ones just for fun. And now we're going to get going on the painting. So since I have 4 of the regular size ones, I'm going to choose 4 colors. And this is always the hard part for me. Definitely going to do red and blue because it is a national holiday, and those are 2 of our colors. And then I think I'll do pink and orange. So those are going to be the colors of my fireworks. And then I have the other colors on the side that I'll do maybe with these little guys. So you can use it if you have like 10 cardboard tubes and 10 different colors of paint, you can make this as extravagant as you like in terms of colors. I like to use a lot of colors, as you may remember from when I did bubble painting. So I have off to the side here my little foil tray that I made. I'm keeping the edge of it under this cardboard box that holds my paint because I don't want it to blow away. So you can't see it, but I'm going to put out a little bit of each of my colors. I'm not going to do them all at once, though. So let's start with orange. So I'm going to squirt a little orange on my tray that's over here on the side. And what you can do, like I said, is spread your paint out sort of smoothly if you have like a roller or something. I'm going to paint each of these because I don't have a little paint roller handy. So I'm just going to paint my little spokes here with orange. And I'm not going to worry if some gets on my big paper here because that's what I want. You want them to be kind of wet because you want it to stamp nicely. So that's my painted cardboard tube firework. Now we're going to smush it down and see what happens. I'm just going to press these a little bit. It's a little light, but that's okay. We can just build on it. So this part, if you're going to paint them individually with a brush, you kind of need to be a little quick because this paint will dry kind of quickly. I also have a cup of water out here with me to rinse my brush off in, and I have some paper towel also. So let's do that again. And this time I'm just going to press my hands down on all those little sparks. That's pretty neat. I like that. I think I'm going to do it one more time. You're going to get paint on your hands and wear some dress for mess. What I really like about doing this on a big piece of paper is you can like hang it on your front door so your neighbors, when they drive by, they can see your 4th of July decoration. Or if you have siblings, you could, if you have a roll of paper or several sheets of big paper, you can work on them together and then tape them together and make a big fireworks picture. That looks really good to me. That's a good firework. So now I'm going to put my orange to this. I'm going to just set it down here. And I'm going to do my next color. I might come back to orange in a little while. So let's do red. Y'all know that red's my favorite color. I think I've said it about 3 times at least doing these Crafternoons. So we definitely want a nice big red firework. And I'm just going to rinse my brush off. My water's out of the frame, but it's there. This paint it dries fast enough that you want to make sure you get that brush cleaned off. And you can dry it off on some paper towel. So I'm just going to paint my little spokes, my little sparks, I like to call them. Nice and bright. Oh, my brush was a little wet, so I have a little sprinkle of wet paint on my paper, which is fine with me. So I'm going to put this one here, press these guys down. Nice. This would look really cool with if you have neon paint, which I really need to get some of. I've been saying neon paint before. Would be fun for a project like this. Let's maybe turn it a little bit and put it a little differently centered. I like that. And there was a little orange on my hands which got in here, and I'm okay with that. I like that a lot. I'm going to do one more red firework on my paper because I like it so much. So I'm going to do one up towards the top, I think. So I've got 2 red ones, an orange. Next, I think I'll do blue. And just paint the inside of these again. You really don't want to mix your colors by accident. You would probably want to wipe your hands off in between like different colors, like with a wipe or a wet paper towel. but I'm gonna embrace the chaos and not worry about that right now. Because fireworks have all sorts of different colors. One firework usually has a couple different colors in it. So let's do our blue one here. Pretty good. I'm going to paint over that again. Move it up a little bit. Nice. So I'm going to do one more blue, and then I'm going to move on to pink. So now I'm going to do my pink one. My second blue firework is up in the corner of the paper. The paper is a little big for the frame of the video, but I will hold it up when I'm all finished. And so this is the way to make these: is you cut your cardboard tube into this sort of fringed shape, and then you paint the little sparky parts, I guess, and then you're just going to dab it. So I'm going to do pink now, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those little smaller tubes I made, these ones that I made by cutting down my cardboard tube. So let's get a pink one on the paper, and then I'll maybe put on another orange, and then I will come back to you and show you some more with the smaller tube. So let's get this painted. You really don't even have to be fancy with a brush. You could use finger paint for this and just rub the paint on the tube like that with your fingers. That might be a fun, if it's hot out, there's a nice breeze like there is today. It's not too hot, but there's a breeze. And it's a fun thing to do outside. All right, here's pink coming at you. Nice. So now I might want to turn it a little bit when I do pink again. Okay, so I'm gonna probably do one more up in the top corner, and then we'll come back in with the smaller cardboard tube that I made and show you what I'm gonna do with that. All right, my friends, so I have done all my fireworks. I've got a pink, a red, a blue that's out of the frame here in the corner, another pink, a blue, a red, and my orange one. So I made these little smaller tubes, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to trim the fringe down a little bit, just a little bit. It's a little shorter. And if you've seen fireworks, you know, so that's a little bit shorter. If you've seen fireworks, you know that like the sparks in the center also sometimes they're a different color. So I thought it would be fun to add that detail in my fireworks. So I think for blue and pink, I'm going to use purple. And then for red and orange, I'm going to use yellow. So I've got purple paint here. This is also furthers my quest to use as many colors as possible, because that's my favorite. I gotta rinse out my brush again. This is just to add a little detail. You do not have to do this part if you don't want to, but I think it might be a little fun, so I figured I'll try it. I've never done firework painting before, so I'm learning as you're learning. It's nice that it doesn't have to be so precise. I tend to get pretty precise with stuff, but this is nice. It's a little bit more open and free. So pink and blue, I said I was going to do purple. So let's do a little purple smoosh right there. Looks pretty cool. I'm going to turn it. Let's see if I can't get some more of that paint off. I like that. Gives it a nice bright purple center. So I'm going to do it also here on the blue because you can see this one better. And then I'll do the other pink and blue ones, and then I'll go back in with the yellow for the other colors. So here's my blue firework, and I'm going to put the purple center in it. Ta-da! Pretty sweet. And then I'll do one over here in the pink. I'll be able to see this pink firework a little bit better. So let's go right over here. Give that a little something. It's also really fun to make the firework sound effect that I'm making when I do this one. Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna finish the other blue with this purple, and then I'm gonna do yellow for the orange and the red firework. All yellow. Try it here on this red one. It's fun. I like that. Let's do this in the orange. And in the last red firework. Just up here on the top. I like that. All right, so that's your basic firework painting. I'm going to add a couple more details that you can if you want to, but you obviously do not have to. Just putting my last cardboard tube down there. So when fireworks shoot off, there's usually like a trail in the sky of sparks. It goes shoo, and then it pops. So I wanted to paint in some of those trails. So I still have my paint all out. I have a smaller paintbrush. Again, this is optional. I just wanted to give mine a little bit more flair because I am that way. I don't know how else to explain it. I like to add details. So I am going to get some paint and just draw like the lines of my fireworks shooting, especially the ones that are up towards the top of the paper. We have this empty space here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. So let's just add a couple details. So I've got my little detail brush here. I think for the red ones, I'm going to do a little trail of red. So this will help take up that space. This one will just be a little zoop. And for orange, I'll do orange. This pink one is down pretty low, but the other one's kind of high. So I'll have it go behind this one like that. And we'll do a little for that blue one. So that just gives the idea that they're shooting up into the sky, and I might add some more dots or whatever to give it a little bit more decoration. So let's do some purple dots around my blue one here. So again, this is just decoration, extra fun. So these are some more sparks in the sky. These are our pet-friendly fireworks because they don't make any sound. And I'll do yellow on the other ones. So I'm just adding dots, nothing particularly extraordinary here. So there you go. There's your firework painting with toilet paper rolls primarily, and then some little extra fun stuff with the paintbrushes. So I am going to pick this up. Whoops. Looks pretty cool, huh? So it's just those toilet paper rolls cut into fringe, and then I made those little smaller rolls, and then just a paint